Oh, okay. Let's try this again. So what happened was I was in the middle of my video. I thought I wanted to sneeze, so I stopped the video instead of pausing the video. So here I am starting over. Anyway, um, this video is just to come on and say that my previous video regarding my debt payoff, I've paid off the debt, and now I'm going to be focusing on my sinking funds, my personal binder, and my car loan payoff for 2026. Why is it not in here? Because I don't really think of it as a big priority, because my car, the interest rate is 1.9%, as opposed to, if I have consumer debt on credit cards, then it's going to be more. So what I decided was I'm going to focus on these, get rid of them first, and then I'm going to tackle my car. And also I'm going to try saving up as much as I can. So basically for 2026, I am going to be saving specifically for my car maintenance, which is around $1,500, and my insurance, which is my car insurance, my life insurance, and my renter's insurance is around $4,000. I want to save around $10,000 for my emergency fund. Right now I have $3,000 in an account, but I didn't subtract it from the 10. So my goal is to try and save for all of these things and my car payoff. If I pay every month my monthly payment plus end up with $8,600 by the end of the year, then I can pay off my car in 2026. So that's what I'm planning to do. Vacation, I don't really have a goal, and gifts like birthdays, etc. I don't really have a goal for that. But now that I have completed the most important debt gone, I just wanted to come on here and say I started with $22,000, and as of December 22nd, I am at zero. But because my line of credit is due in January, there might be a couple of dollars when they do all the calculations. So I'm saying I'm debt free. I might not be. There might be a small balance to that shows up in January. But for now, I've paid it off. How did I pay it off? I liquidated some stocks, sold my stocks, some of them, and I used that money to pay off the first two cards. And then I used some of that money to pay down the line of credit. And then I received a bonus, and I used some of that bonus to pay the balance. I did take some money for myself from the bonus, so I didn't just use it all on debt. I took money for myself, and I paid the debt down, and then I saved some for my emergency fund. So I still have money left, which is great. Now I'm hoping that when tax time comes, I won't be, I'll be able to have some extra money to save as well. And I'm very excited now that this debt is gone. As you can see, I'm not really outside all the time, so I don't really go anywhere, do anything. I use a cash budget because I want to be able to make sure I know what I'm spending my money on, and whenever I do have money left over, I like to move it to my other envelope. So this is my daily wallet, I should say. I got this from the Orderly Mom. So this is my first wallet, and what I didn't notice was how small the rings were, because when I looked at this one here, like the rings are bigger, right? But I guess that's because you're only supposed to be bringing what's important. So in this binder or my wallet, I just have groceries, gas. I do use a card for my gas because obviously cash just makes no sense sometimes. And my laundry has to be card. And home is just, toiletries, like not toiletries, but toilet paper, paper towel, stuff like that. Okay. And this is what I walk around with, because I used to use this binder for when I went grocery shopping, but it was hard to hold it and do all the other things I was doing. So I went and I purchased this from the Orderly Mom, as I said, and I got the wristlets, and I also got like a strap so I could use it as a purse. And this is my personal binder, where this year I'm going to be saving specifically for myself, which is hair, nails, my medical, because my benefits will be changing at the beginning of the year, which means I'm probably going to be spending more money on like dental visits and what do you call those, and prescriptions. Yes. And for self-care, this is mostly doing like spa days, stuff like that, hang out with my friends. And for vision, I received a new prescription this year, which recently, and when they quoted me a price for the glasses, it was around $2,000. I don't know if I'm gonna actually be able to afford that, but I'm gonna try and go to another place and see if I can get it for, you know, cheaper than that, because the older you get, the more money you have to spend on these things. And shopping, I usually like to put a few dollars in my shopping pouch, just to make sure that if I see anything or if I need anything, I have the money. And for dining out, I usually make sure I have money in here just in case somebody wants to go out somewhere. So those are my two binders. No, that's my personal binder and my wallet. This, oh, sorry. This is my one of my savings challenge binders, which these are denomination savings. So I'm gonna try my best when I'm done focusing on all my other savings to put money in that. I don't know if I already showed this one, did I? This one is yeah, I think I showed this one, didn't I? So basically, these are my sinking funds so my car maintenance is around $1,500. My insurance, life, renters, and car insurance around $4,000. My emergency fund is I'm guessing around $10,000. I already have $3,000 in an account, so I haven't added that or subtracted it from the 10. I'm going to try and save on top of that. And I have my car payment, which I'm trying to pay off by the end of 2026. So any extra money I have, I'm going to be throwing it towards my car, because as I said, I want this car. The car is the last thing that I owe money on. And even though the interest rate is 1.9%, I would like to get rid of it so I can have more of my money to myself to do what I want to do. And vacation and gift has nothing. So if I've already shown that binder in this video, I apologize. What happened was I did something. I stopped the video and then I was like, I should have paused it instead. Anyway. So this is my January budget. Now, one thing about me is I'm going to reduce my bills, okay? And that's what I did. So my rent, internet, I have a phone for myself, a phone for my younger daughter, OneDrive, car payment. And I have a bank fee because I bank with Scotiabank, and sometimes I need to go in the branch to get money so I have a Tangerine no-fee bank account, but because it doesn't have a branch, Scotiabank owns Tangerine. So whenever I need money or need to deposit a huge sum of money, then I go to Scotiabank and do so. But they only see me a couple of times a year. But it's $3.95 and it's not a big deal. And then hydro, which I live in an apartment, and my hydro can vary from 40 to 80. Just depends. Right now it's winter, so it might be a little bit more because I'm trying to, heat my whole apartment. This bill tracker I found because I bought one of those planners. Now I can't remember what the planner is called. One of those where you could put the things in that you want, like make your own planner. I cannot remember. Every time I try to think about what this planner is called, I forget. But I found this and I said, you know what, I'm going to try and use this year, because I really want to see from January 1st to December 31st what my habits are and what I'm up to in the year. So January, I've already set out my budget, sort of, kind of, maybe. Of course, my rent, I'm estimating $70 for hydro. My rent is $1,869, very expensive. Internet is always $107.35. My OneDrive is $2.26. my car payment is $452.78, and the second phone, the second phone, which is my daughter's phone, is $32.77. I'm planning to start investing $300, no, $100 per pay, come January. So my previous pay structure was every 2 weeks I would get paid, and now I am stuck with the 15th and the last day of the month, which is so weird to me. I've never had my paychecks like that before, which is going to be a learning curve. And the second thing is I don't even know how much my paychecks, I don't even know how to estimate how much my paycheck's going to be, because it's going to be all new retirement withdrawals and, you know, all these other deductions that I'm not sure of yet. So once I see my second paycheck, so my last paycheck from my previous company, the one that sold us to the other place, is going to be on the 2nd of January. So it might not be this amount here. It's probably going to be less because they're going to pay us until the 31st. And then my first paycheck from this new place will be on the 15th. So I'm just going to have to wait and see how much that is. But essentially what I have done is I've tried to budget based on maybe 4,800. Is that what I'm doing? Yeah, maybe 2,400 per pay, because I'm not really sure. So we'll see. Right now, this is what I'm going off of. But, you know, my basic bills and, as I said, my savings and investing, they will be like top of mind for 2026. And also, you know, my pedicures are important, so every month or so I do go and get that done. So this is just my bare bones. No, it's not bare bones. It's as you can see, it's sort of white out because this used to say debt and miscellaneous and something else here. I can't remember what it used to say. Oh, phone. But I moved it down because for some strange reason now my phone is always due at the end of the month. I don't know what happened. But these are the basic. I know some people have like long lists of. I can't do it. Every year I try to cut down what I'm doing. So for YouTube, I do have YouTube Premium, which I pay once a year. I have Paramount Plus. I paid for the year. But I'm not so sure if I'm going to do that in 2026. I also have an Android box, which it's already shut off. So I'm going to have to pay to get that up and running again. It's $100, but I haven't decided if I wanted to do it or yet, because I have a Roku and there's a lot of free apps that I can watch shows on. And to be honest, I'm trying not to be on you know, watching things so much in 2026. I want to be out. I want to be reading. I want to be enjoying life, not just sitting inside and watching TV shows. So I just wanted to come on here, talk about my debt. So you guys know I have completed that. This amount has been paid, $22,023.64 paid in full, zero. But as I said, there could be some balance because the interest rate is 3.74. I'm hoping maybe it won't be too bad. It won't be too bad because usually it was $50, less than $50 per month. They were the minimum payment. Now that I'm finished with that, I'm just so happy I can breathe. I can think about things I want to do with my money. And hopefully if I stay on track and I keep making videos, that will keep me accountable for doing the things I said I would do, which is pay off my car 2026, and also get aggressive with my investing and saving my emergency fund, as well as saving for the other things that I need. And for anything else, I will have to cash flow. So that means if I plan to save $500 that month, but I have a hair appointment or something else comes up, I'm going to have to take it out of that money because I do not want to go back into debt. Anyways, so that's all I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about. debt free, and I don't know why this thing won't stay down. And also, does anyone use this this budget planner from Happy Planner? I don't know why I keep buying it, because it really annoys me. And because I'm in Canada, I had to pay, you know, I think it was, what is it, 50 something dollars? I don't know. I had to pay a sum to get this and like some other things that I purchased. But I just never understood why they did it this way, because as you can see, I put budgeted as a separate line and amount because I want to see what I budgeted, right? And they don't do that, which is weird to me. And then there's a savings tracker. What if I save more? You know what I mean? Accounts and debts. Like it doesn't make sense to me. One of my goals for 2026 is to actually save 30K. We'll see. And it's always the same challenges. Anyway, I just don't understand. I feel like somebody needs to go back and talk to them about this, because you know, as a Canadian, when you have to buy anything from America, it's like so expensive in the first place, and then when you get it, it doesn't have all the things you need. And I spent a lot of time this year looking through different budget planners, buying a lot of different budget planners that didn't work for me. So I started them and I never finished them. So I have about 6 or 7 Clever Fox planners just in my apartment, just looking at me funny. But anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, or if there's something I can do different in these videos, let me know. But as you can see, my setup is really minimal. My money goals is basically just no spend month, save at least 1,200, invest at least 300, and set up a proper budget once I get my new pay, so that I can see what I'm working with for the rest of 2026. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.